the NC Dub, the big NC Dub, the change to switch this shit up, and they saying they gonna let the players get their bread. They gonna let the players get their bread, man. So we out here, this shit called NIL, right? The NIL protocol, where basically it's name and likeness. What is
name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, name, images, and likeness.
Yeah.
So you were telling me about this guy the other day and his situation, and Saban said something about him. You know more about this situation with him.
Oh yeah, fact. Nah, so recently, they have SEC Media Day, Media Day going on, and they just was talking to Nick Saban, and they were just saying how what's the name? This guy right here, Bryce Young. He's not even named the starter yet on the team, but he already closing in on $1 million worth of endorsements. You feel me?
Like, what the fuck, bro? How you not even the fucking starter?
Bro,
and you closing in on that shit. What the fuck?
I watched that spring game, bro. Had a hell of a spring game. Like, he was balling. You feel me? He did good. And he been like he set last year, and like when he came in, I think he was like number one quarterback. You feel me? So he got the hype behind him to warrant, that type of hype. You feel me? But close to $1 million, he signed to, I forgot the name of the company, but he signed to an agency, a creative agency, and like they got him up to $1 million. But what I was thinking about, the dynamic that holds in the locker room. You feel me? Like, that's like, in the NFL, the quarterback is always the highest player on the paid player on the team. So that whole dynamic, how it affects, the players, how they thinking, how they feel about that player, how they're gonna perform for that player. And in college, everybody not gonna be making that type of money, bro. How other people on the team gonna feel if he start getting privileged stuff or doing this and doing that. We all human, bro. At the end of the day, that I don't care for how much money we making, people always gonna feel the way if even and then watching when he not playing good, how is that gonna affect the media? Oh, you getting $1 million in endorsements, you gotta be able to play. You feel me? It's all type of
it's so many different things.
Yeah, and being at Bama, that comes with being a Bama player though too. Like they're quarterback, if you're a big time player, you're gonna make that money. So recruiting wise, that will hurt. I feel it's gonna start hurting smaller programs.
It will. It's crazy. It's crazy because we were just on the brink of some change, even over in basketball. Because I watch college basketball. Well, I used to watch college basketball, but you got Mikey Williams was coming in.
Seen that.
Nigga said he was thinking about
leaning towards HBCUs.
Yeah, some HBCUs. Now with this change, that may shake things up, bro. That may shake things up. So. These athletes, even if you're not athletes, but these entertainers, if you really care about the community, you really care about your damn people, maybe you need to open up your damn wallets that you be throwing everywhere. Maybe you should put that shit in the HBCUs, and that will attract kids.
Even in your city, bro. Like even if you didn't go to HBCUs, bro, because like you see Ocho Cinco, that boy didn't go to no HBCUs, but he always showing love to FAMU and all the HBCUs and stuff like that. So you don't have to go to these schools to even want to show love and get back to them. You feel me? Like you just want to see your people do much better. You feel me?
I'm gonna go Joe Budden real quick, bro.
Okay. Hey,
I got a conspiracy theory real quick.
What's the conspiracy, gang?
Why? Look at the timing of this shit. Why they break this shit out? It probably was already in the cups. But what all the kids think about, what if we take the power back? Let's go to these HBCUs and make them get money.
Hey,
NCAA said, man, fuck this, nigga.
You're not far off. Look, you gotta think about it. Yeah. These people about the money. So it probably forced their hand. Like you say, it was already in the works because NCAA games, people wanted to get paid for y'all using us on the game, but y'all just changing up. Instead of giving me Tebow, that look like Tebow, you just making them Tebow with dreads. Nigga, I still know that's Tebow. You feel me? But that like that all they felt, they like, all right, bomb. Since y'all trying to go to HBCUs, hold on, let me just give y'all this money. We ain't tripping about the bread. Like the money in the deal. We'll give y'all that. You feel me? We'll give y'all that, but we can't let y'all think y'all can go to HBCUs, bro. Cause like you said, Mikey Williams was like, all right, bomb, I'm gonna go over there. I know that Dion is at Jackson State, and then Eddie George is at Tennessee State. if they'll start getting more coaches like that into those schools, people gonna go, bro. Because like I was telling you, that's what I meant when I the other day when I was like, I feel like Florida University is not gonna ever get back to that dominance they once had back in the day, and that goes back to that. Like, if they not gonna let, like I said, they're not gonna let them people get. If they'll let all those coaches take over, them players go back there, it wouldn't be no more. I would say it still would be, the Power Fives, but we'll start competing more because you got a lot of great players came from HBCUs before, before we was able to even go to a lot of Hall of Famers. Like even Jerry Rice, the greater receiver, went to Mississippi Valley. HBCU, bro.
The kick returner, the nigga that was a kick returner before Hester.
Dante Hall, right?
Yeah, him. Well, I don't know where he went. It's the old ass nigga, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's an old ass.
I know. Somebody little. I forgot full name. DN. Yeah, Greg Little. Yeah, all them boys, man, went to HBCUs, bro.
Yeah, Larry. Is Larry Little? Hey, Larry Little, some shit like that. Nigga played for
bro. I feel like the near whole protocol is gonna mess up the HBCU dynamic for it, but it's also gonna create a lot of bullshit with these young dudes because these young kids already look up to these rappers, bro.
And, that shit gonna be crazy.
And look, you finna mix y'all giving me a little bit of money and y'all giving me superstardom in college. Like, so the question was, people was like, oh, who was the biggest star? Who would have made the most money, Tebow or Johnny Manziel?
I say Tebow.
You say Tebow?
Tebow.
They say
what you think?
I say Tebow also, but I'm gonna give you the other. I'm gonna go Johnny Manziel for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
They say Johnny Manziel would have probably made more money because he came on the cusp of like social media, and when social media started like taking off, like he was always in the news for whatever he did, always on social media. You feel me? So they say they give him that. But I seen Tebow live. I seen that whole pandemic. I won't call it pandemic, but that whole craze.
I know what you're talking about. What the correct term for that shit? Epidemic.
I think it's epidemic, bro. Whatever term it is, bro. I seen that whole thing live, bro. Like Tebow couldn't come to, like when I was at UF my freshman year. I think it was his last year. Yeah, his last year there. The man ain't coming to class.
My dog smart as fuck, nigga. Went to UF off the brains.
Hey, bro,
nigga, off the brains.
Bro. The man ain't never come to campus, bro. When he did come to campus, only for practice. Like, and then like you seen how many people came just for Tebow, bro. Like people was really coming to that school because Tebow went there. So, and then you being in like you in the South, so he already a church going person. You in the Bible states, man. Tebow was getting that chicken. I know he was getting that money before he was even playing in the league. I feel like, and they were like, he was a virgin. I don't believe that, bro.
That way he's smashing the hoes at that?
Man, I don't believe it, bro. The man stayed
clapping them cheeks up in
you. He stayed around the Pounceys and he stayed with Riley Cooper, bro. Cooper said nigga before. So I know what type of person he is.
Oh yeah, they was in there getting lit.
He was a wild person, bro.
I remember when Lolo Jones was going crazy. They were like, man, Lolo Jones and Tebow might want to leak up.
Hey, I forgot. They might want to leak up. Damn. She older too now. I wonder she older. When did she got kids now? Cause she was old, like 30 something when that was going on. Cause we was in high school, I believe, when she was still running. Yeah, Lolo Jones, man. Cause she used to come to the U-Track meet. I remember Lolo, man. But now the Neil going. I want to see what happened when the off-season awards come around for the Neil protocol, bro. How the likeness and how much money the people who win those awards gonna start making, bro. Like it's just a tip of the iceberg.
What you think gonna happen when that shit like?
All right, so I feel like when it does happen, because it's gonna happen. So like, say let's go with the highest award you can win, the Heisman, right?
Yeah.
So look at it like this: the Heisman is so much marketing, and advertising attached to the Heisman award winners. That Nissan has a whole campaign based around the Heisman winners. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
So now that the college players can get paid from businesses or whatever to use their likenesses and names. Now the person who wins the Heisman, say if I win the Heisman, say if Bryce Young win, he's a sophomore, he wins his Heisman this year, he technically has to come back to school for 1 year. I know Nissan is gonna offer him $1 million at least.
At least.
Hey man, we need you in all these commercials. You go to Alabama, so that's a market. Y'all just won that. 9 out of 10, they're gonna win national championship. All right, we got 1.5 for you. What type of? You have to be a strong-minded young man to get 1.5 in college and not fuck your life up. Like, you couldn't let certain niggas get 1.5 million in college. Like Percy Harvin, 1.5 million in college. UF would have been a wild place. Johnny Manziel, even though he was already rich, you wouldn't. If you would have gave Johnny Manziel to show he was already rich, bro, you would have fucked up the whole. You would have fucked up. You thought he was doing wild shit. Niggas you gonna start seeing jits coming to school in Teslas,
nigga,
all type of cars, bro. They gonna be coming to big links on, because I already be seeing shorties with big links on the sideline when they not playing. Big Rolexes. So now it's gonna get crazy. I'm telling you, you just look up to too many rappers and you're gonna start seeing what you see in the NFL and college. It's gonna be a lot of wild stuff happening. There's gonna be a lot of good. Kids gonna be giving back to their communities. You know, you're gonna have the kids that do that type of stuff, but you're gonna have them kids that, man, I ain't never had this much money in my life. And I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the NFL, because you do got them stars who be stars in college but never be that type of player in the NFL. So if I can make the most of my money in college, you don't see a lot of kids staying 4 years now, not going to the league that fast, because in basketball, college basketball, because now I feel like if you go to college, if you play college basketball, you're not going to the NBA, or you're not going to be like one of those top, picks, because dudes starting to figure out, hey, I don't need college basketball to get the top 10 pick, or you feel me? All that type of stuff. So,
but college basketball about to be its whole nother league. That shit gonna be its own fucking league. Niggas gonna be there 4 years rocking out.
Yeah. Let me get this bag. I'll go ahead and be the star. Yeah, let me go be a spokesperson for Dick's car rental place, the car dealership.
Niggas gonna be calling Chris Duhon like, nigga, how you stay in college for 12 years? How the fuck you stay in college for 12 years, nigga? Let me know.
Hey,
I gotta run this shit up.
Them boys gonna start using type of excuses. Hey, I need a medical red shirt. You need a gray shirt. I want to be a GA graduate assistant. Hey, I gotta cool it, bro. Run it up. Get that. Hey, man. Get that bag, man, before you get to that NFL, bro.
I don't know how Chris Duhon stayed in college all them damn years, bro. That nigga left with a goddamn PhD by the time he
figured it out. One thing about it, I feel like college is a system. Once you figure it out, once you figure out anything, you gotta milk it. I ain't saying I would have stayed there that long, because after a while, they become kids. You feel me? The age difference of college students and mindsets is too different for me. But
speaking of, you mentioned speaking of Duke, you said Krzyzewski about to retire, right? You told me the other day.
The Duke coach, Coach K, that boy about to retire, man. He had a long, good career, and I want to know what would be his next thing. I feel like when people retire, either they come back to do another role within the program, or they go into media, or some go into business ventures. Because being a head coach of any professional college football team is like being a CEO. You feel me? It's like running the business. You're not really you care about X's and O's, but you got to manage personalities, expectations. Egos, you got to manage all that type of stuff, and the same thing with the business. So most of them go into business, but I want to see what he would do, because all he knows is basketball, bro. The man been coaching basketball for what, over 30, 30 years, bro.
There's some people that just synonymous, or I just correlate them with some shit. Like, I was born and they was doing this shit.
Yeah, and they still doing it. Yeah, that's like Samuel L. Jackson. Man, been making movies forever. You feel me?
Yeah. As soon as I knew what a fucking movie was, nigga, like
Denzel Washington. I just seen the movie. I forgot the name of it. I just turned on the channel and I flip it through. It was a movie and Denzel was young. I'm like, damn, that boy, like, he about 19, 18.
Been at it.
He probably like 20 at the time. You feel me? But yeah, like certain people, like you say, certain people, certain programs, like their names already go with that, with that brand or that entity. So I get you, bro. I get you.